How did I go to our food? Hi, everybody. Lunch with Leah. We're getting ready for the holidays. What about you? Listen, the microphone's not working today, so I'm just going to talk loud. Meanwhile, what was I going to tell you? Oh gosh. Anyway, I guess I'll tell you later. Oh, so I'm gonna try not to talk so much about politics today in case it offends anybody. But you can check out the whole political rant on Patreon.com. You'll be able to look. All right. So in news, hundreds of flights were delayed or canceled on Sunday after a power outage at the Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. This is one of the largest airports in the country and in the world. For hours, they had no electricity. So imagine you're sitting on the tarmac on your plane and you're stuck there for hours, or you're in the airport and you're stuck for hours and there's no electricity. And I was thinking to myself, everyone's in a panic. The whole world's talking about it. It's all over the news. It's the #1 trending thing available to mankind. And all those people in Puerto Rico haven't had any electricity for months on end. And no one's doing much about it. Government, hello. White House, SOS. Oh, so annoying. Next. I said I wasn't going to be political today, so that's all you're getting for now. BuzzFeed. The most influential, striking, and beautiful pictures from 2017. I thought I would share them with you. This one is a man rides his bicycle through the damaged area west of San Juan, Puerto Rico, following the hurricane. Look at this road. Oh my God, it's terrible. Houston Police SWAT team officer carries a 13-month-old son and after rescuing them from the floodwaters, and this little baby in this daughter's arm. I mean, look at this. This is in Houston, Texas. The floods were so bad. These were the photos, the top photos of the year. This is one of my favorites. It may be my favorite. President Barack Obama and Vice President Joe Biden with the Presidential Medal of Freedom during a ceremony at the State Dining Room on January 12th. That's got to be one of my favorites right there. I love Joe Biden. He wrote my son a note to excuse him from the school so he could be there for his speech at my house, and we sent it to the teacher. I still have it. I sent her a copy and I kept one. Medical workers and police treat a woman that overdosed on heroin. That's a killer. That's an epidemic everywhere. This is kind of a year in recap. And this is another one of my favorite ones. The San Francisco 49ers kneel and stand together during the anthem prior to the game in Indianapolis. So I loved that. They took a stand. You know what? Even if you're not standing for something popular, take a stand. It's better to take a stand than be popular. I've always said that. Unpopular. Well, we know I take a stand. The Confederate flag. Oh, God. This woman is sewing on stars on the Confederate flag in Huntsville, Alabama. Boy, they've come a long way. Oh, Lord. So you got an immigrant over there making her sew on the Confederate flag in Alabama, who, if you saw the things that Roy Moore said that everybody half believed, he barely lost. I can't believe that one vote. Anyway, not talking about this. Here's one. A man wearing a shirt with a swastika on it is punched in the face by an unidentified member of the crowd near the site of a planned speech by a white nationalist in Gainesville. So they're running around in Florida, the land of the free, where all the immigrants come, and this guy's got a swastika on his t-shirt. I mean, I'd slap him in the face too. What is wrong with people? Thousands gather on the candlelight march against white supremacists after that little girl was ran over by them. Isn't that pretty? They ran over and killed the girl. The police moved to a camp in Standing Rock. Remember, they were trying to protect their little land, the Indians, and look what happened. All that damn oil just flooded all over it. Everybody tried to tell them. Oh, here's one. Oh, God. This is a little store in Brooklyn on February 2nd. A sign saying, "My family is detained at JFK." Can you believe it? They're closed because their family was detained at JFK. So they couldn't open their store because we've got their family who, if you remember, they were only going to take the worst criminals, and they're taking these little family members.
Yep.
Oh, God, here's one. I can't even. That's, who the buffoon. I can't with him. Hoda getting her baby, getting a hug, protesting the handmaids.
So that was the Met Gala.
Oh, okay. Hoda and Savannah Guthrie are hugging and consoling each other after Mount Lauer. I wasn't. I was high-fiving and celebrating and popping the champagne. I never liked him since the way he
So what was everyone else ratings? They won again.
Ratings
have gone up.
He was so overpaid and overrated, and ever since he did that town hall meeting with Hillary Clinton where he spent 29 minutes out of 30 talking about those ridiculous emails that had been vetted, $7 million and 200,000, committee meetings later, and he's just a loser. I just turned on him at that point.
So you have a lot of people commenting, saying happy holidays.
Happy holidays!
James, Leah, Black UK, Emily, saying hello.
Emily.
Carla Lefebvre, everybody's saying hello. Beth Feldman Foster and Marcella wants to know about the Puerto Rico tents. Do we need more tents?
We always need more tents. They need 10,000, and we've sent out several hundred, but we need more tents to Puerto Rico. Go to hello@leahblack.com. Yesterday, by the way, we finally got all those toys and clothes, shoes and tennis shoes and everything to Haiti, to that orphanage. They finally cleared customs yesterday, and Rick, who is in charge of the whole thing, went down there today on a plane at 7 this morning to get them out of customs and pay the duty and take them over to the orphanage. And then our friend Alex De La Cruz is going to supply them all the things they need from Home Depot to build the house and make sure they get food every month. So there you go. You
That's
see?
great.
Good deeds happen. Here, I love this one, the Women's March with all the little pussy hats in Washington, D.C. That was a good one. Oh, and here's another good one, a Me Too. The woman has on her desk right before the debate about sexual harassment. That's a good one.
Yeah,
then we had the California fires. I can't take that one. Terrible. And then this one, oh my God, a demonstrator catches fire. I mean, if you're going to protest, be aware. So he goes out there to demonstrate, and he catches on fire. And this is in Venezuela. I mean, you got to be able to protest properly. Kim Jong-un watches the launch of his big missile. I wonder if he got a hard on watching that. If he could. Let's see. Oh my God, this is just, there's so many to look at. A man carrying a body of a dead child after a terrorist attack, and the terrorist attacks in these countries. South Sudanese children just starving to death and clinging on for life, and refugees everywhere. Oh, this one's a good one. This is another airhead, that Kellyanne Conway. I call her con artist. Counselor to the, I won't say it, the POTUS, checks her phone in the office at the White House on her knees. Well, isn't that just a metaphor for what? After accidentally being, oh my God, this was awful. Remember La La Land when they announced the wrong winner? Oh God, Warren Beatty, that's another memorable one. So we just recapped the last year, getting ready for the holidays. You notice I wear my LeahBlack.com holiday jewelry. Shameless plug, not. Okay. Let's see. Facing mounting evidence that Puerto Rico has vastly undercounted the number of people who died because of Hurricane Maria, the governor has ordered every death on the island since the storm be reviewed. Well, they think that 16 people died, between 12 and 16 people died right during the storm or immediately after the storm. And then they think 1,000 died since then. Those could have been avoided. Yeah, they think it's 1,000. Those could have been avoided. During and right after, that's a crisis moment, and you could be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But months later, to be up to 1,000, that means people are just dying on the streets every day. And a couple of months ago, we heard from somebody that's family lives down there that the funeral homes weren't open, and there was only one open. They couldn't handle all the bodies. They were wrapping them in cloths and burning them on the stakes like they had to in the old days. It makes me sick. This is Puerto Rico, the United States of America. With the White House, it's giving more tax cuts to the rich and swamping up the swamp.
Yeah, it was interesting how they could get that tax plan done in shorter time than it took them to get relief to the Puerto Rican island after. I mean, they just like started it 2 weeks ago.
They got that tax thing done, honey, in the I call it evil in the
midnight in the garden.
Midnight in the garden of the Senate Republican evil. I mean, they went in the middle of the night and passed that tax plan, and everybody's taxes are going up, but the rich and the developers and the banks and the rest of them. I mean, how they have no shame, but they don't care because between the gerrymandering and the big donors sending money, they just need the big donor money. They don't need the regular money anymore. And then they can buy enough ads and put out enough propaganda and enough, false advertisement and enough lies to convince the average guy that they're helping them. Yep. Oh, God, turn into my Patreon. I'm not going to talk about politics here anymore. Okay. Let's go to the low-hanging fruit. The Housewives! Okay, well, let's go to Beverly Hills. That was on last night. What do you think about these taglines? Kyle Richards. In this town, fame and money come and go, but friends should not. Solid showing, but this certainly feels like only a slight variation of an overused theme for Kyle's, what the comment on it was. Kyle's. In this town, fame and money come and go, but friends should not. Erica. Some people call me cold, but that's not ice, that's diamonds. I like that one.
That was cool. Yeah.
Doreen Kinsley. I believe in excess of everything except moderation. And then someone made a comment, A for effort.
Yeah.
Teddy Mellencamp. Having the best isn't important to me, but being my best is. Lisa Renna. I don't have to buy it because I already own it. That's a good one.
I don't look at what the comment says.
That was a good one. Now that is how you do a Real Housewife taglines, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they said. Lisa Vanderpump. The Queen of Diamonds always has an ace up her sleeve. It's okay. She's had better ones. Whose tagline is your favorite? I'm going for Renna on that one.
Yeah,
I don't have to buy it because I already own it.
Yep.
By the way, speaking of Lisa Renna, she loves my skincare kit. She uses facial all the time. You can go look on her Facebook. She posted on it. Where'd she post? Instagram or Facebook?
She's posted it on her Instagram and Facebook. Both. She's done stories and live video
the facials and everything. But if you buy this kit, it's $125. You get 8 to 10 facials masked in it. You will see your skin tone, firm, tight, and the pores will get smaller, slough off the old cells, and your face will look like mine.
Our top product right now.
This is our #1 selling product for 20 years. It's a best kept secret because anyone that goes on it never stops. Oh, back to the Housewives of Beverly Hills. Well, the girls, oh my God, this was funny. So Lisa Renna's talking about these girls are not going to be spoiled. They are going to live down to earth. They are going to be normal children. As they're getting a vitamin drip in their bedroom, and one of them's getting a shot and a little pimple on her face.
Those shots in her pimple.
Like every teenager's mom orders over the
I thought the same thing when I was watching.
And everybody gets a vitamin drip when they're 16 years old in their mom's bedroom or whatever age it is. I'm so hilarious. She's hilarious.
But what about that doctor that came over and set up? He was like, it was like an in-house concierge.
Like a house concierge, but those are just normal girls growing up. Normal
in Beverly Hills.
90210 zip code. Kyle's mom. Oh, I love this. They showed a clip of Kyle, she made this series about, it's a television made-for-TV series with her mother in the clip. It's her growing up, and her mother looked at the 3 girls and said this, and I just love this because this is what I believe too. Her mother, I tell RJ this all the time. Her mom said to them when they were growing up, a liar is the worst thing that you can be.
Yep.
And I do believe that. I think it is one of the worst things you can be as a liar because nobody ever has a clue what's going on with a liar. I mean, you just lie about everything. Trump being #1, he won first place.
Yes.
My alleged opinion. Erica Jane, oh my God, this is hilarious. She said she has all these lightings, around, so the lights in her dressing room so she can see how her hair and her makeup and her clothes and everything looks. She's got all these lights. I just had to laugh because it reminded me of that time that I changed every light in my house so my diamonds would look whiter. You remember that? It cost me $3,000. I bought this diamond one day and I went home and I was like, oh my God, it's showing color. It was so white when I got it. And I pull out the GA certificate and I'm like, this is supposed to be white. And then I think it must be the light. So it was at night. I couldn't go outside and look. So I went and looked at every light in my house and it looked yellow. I couldn't sleep all night. The next morning I get up, as soon as the sun's out. Oh, it's white. I got every light bulb in my house changed so my diamonds would look whiter. I couldn't help myself. I thought Erica Jane's pigtails looked very pretty.
Oh, that must be the new theme across all the Housewives franchises.
I don't know. I think hers looked elegant. I won't comment on any of the others. Lisa Vanderpump spilled that drink in that new Birkin bag. That was hilarious. She was like, well, it's kind of new. Wink, wink. Well, you know, this whole thing, I've had it for a while. You know, she just bought it. Those bags do go for about $14,000. It was a Birkin size 40 blue. I recognize the bag because I have a similar one. Of course, I knew everything about the bag. I think it had gold hardware. Hey, baby. And anyway, she's in that plane, and Lisa spills that drink, and she just dumped
everything out.
She's lucky because had that have been box leather, it would have really been ruined.
Oh, yeah.
She's lucky it was probably Togo or Clemence.
What was funny was in the scene before that, they kind of set up that was going to happen because when she went to that lunch, she came and dropped the bag down, and they were like, "Oh, is it new? Did you tell? Did you tell Marie she bought it?" And she was like, "No." But they were like, they let her know that that she was all happy about her new bag, and then she spilled champagne.
That was funny. I think he's hungry again. Just a minute. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I loved Erica calling the DSL.
Yes.
Dick-sucking lips. She wants her lips big. DSL lips. Oh my God. She started a DSL line of lipsticks. Yeah. Okay, stop it, honey. Are you hungry again? All right, so now let's go to New Jersey. By the way, wasn't LA glamorous and fabulous? I loved how they just jumped right in. Forget the foreplay, forget the setup, forget all that. Bring me his bag, Jason. His little black bag, the dog's black bag. But they just jumped into the trip. And by just jumping into the trip and immersing himself in the trip, then the show just started. And you watch what I tell you. I emailed their producer last night. I said, you know what they're going to do? They're all going to copy you now. Every Housewives show is going to start off with the trip.
Well, they're all going out like on 6 or 7 trips this season.
Didn't it used to end at the trip?
But well, they'll have more trips. But that was smart because what they did is instead of like letting it tiptoe through the tulips to get there, they just crashed. They just went right for it.
Smart.
Look at this. I think the dog's hungry. Here, sweetie, have some food. There. Anybody hungry?
I'll pause.
Now, going along to New Jersey, did you know that Dolores was a prison guard? She's an ex-prison guard.
You guys are saying
I did not know that.
I didn't either, but
my God.
That's the missing piece of the puzzle.
The bondsman or prison guard?
I think she was a prison guard.
Okay.
Oh no, I think my little thing.
No, it's on that side.
I think she was a prison guard. So you know what that means? That means she's rough and tough. I mean, that little girl is sitting back there so demure. She's not demure. Now we know why she got right in that girl's face.
Yep.
He's like, honey, I've been around. I know how to put up with people worse than you. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And what else happened on that? Oh, and then...
they had that huge fight in the Italian restaurant.
Yeah, the fight between Ziggy and Margaret and the rest of them.
And Danielle.
You know, I have a different take on it. I mean, Ziggy definitely should not have called the girl anti-Semitic.
The Hitler.
She shouldn't have, yeah. But the other one shouldn't have referenced Hitler, probably, in today's climate. But I think Ziggy's just hurt that in her mind, she brought her into the group, whether she did or not, she brought her into the group. And then, then Margaret wants to go be with popular girls instead of with the group, with her friends. And I think she took offense to it, whatever. Yes. But in Real Housewife news, somebody, I forget this guy's name.
Brian T. Carson.
Brian T. Carson. Is he a podcast and Instagram or what?
No, he just, they did this, and then Life and Style magazine picked it up.
Well, anyway, so he did this whole thing on the Christmas trip.
Him and his partner, Matt.
And he has, all the housewives lined up with their pictures on the tree.
It was really cool.
How clever is that?
We posted it on your Instagram account. They could check it out.
It's on my Instagram. You can see it. And he breaks them down into tiers. Here's a bigger picture of the tray. So he has the high classy one, fabulous ones, and then he has the okay ones, and he has the not so okay ones, and then he has the deplorables.
He ranked them from nice to naughty.
From nice to naughty. Well, guess where Leah Black came in? Call her Leah Black, man. She's no longer eating this thing on that RHOM thing. Tier 1, Shannon Bedora, Luanda Seps, Bethany Frankel, Leanne Lockton, Ramona Singer, Gilda Kirkpatrick, Ronnie Nagus, Lydia Chovello, Leah Black, Gina, Esther, Lauren, Dorinda, and Vanderpump. So I made the top 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Brian.
I'm nice. I made the nice one. I thought that was cute. And look at it. It's so cute. I wonder where my picture is on there.
They handmade all those.
I sure hope I like my picture.
I know. I was looking for it. It's on the other side of the tree.
On the picture.
But there's over 100 housewives on the tree, and they rank them from, naughty to nice, or nice to naughty.
Yeah.
Naughty being at the bottom of the tree.
Yay! Well, I was at the top of the tree.
The low-hanging fruit.
The low-hanging fruits at the bottom. Those old trashy ones that gossip and lie. Bravo superfan, that was Bryce Carson and his boyfriend Matthew designed the viral tree. Wasn't that just fabulous? Okay, it ranks all the housewives from nice to naughty and features homemade ornaments with their faces. How adorable. Now that's a real fan of Housewives. And you guys are trouble. Make yourself a Christmas tree with the Housewives on it.
All you do is hang a wreath.
And more in celebrity gossip. Anna Kournikova and Enrique Iglesias had twins.
Yeah.
Who even knew she was pregnant? They live in Miami. She did a good job of hiding out. Now let's look and see who made the most money last year. I just love hearing this one. This is Forbes 100 celebrity list.
Top down.
Mark Wahlberg made $68 million. Jerry Seinfeld $69 million. Adele $69 million. Bruce Springsteen, $75 million. Ellen DeGeneres, $77 million. Phil McGraw, $79 million. Lionel Messi, I don't even know who the hell that is. He's an Argentinian soccer player. $80 million. Justin Bieber, $83 million. Oh my God, Justin, you need to hire Roy again. Can't you get in more trouble? Let's see. Rush Limbaugh, $84 million. Hey, Rush, you could get in trouble again. Guns N' Roses, $151 million. But they have to split it up amongst their group. Yeah, they got a group. Guns N' Roses isn't one guy, is it? Is it Guns N' No, it's a group. LeBron James, $86 million. James Patterson, $87 million. Who is he?
Who? James Patterson? He's the kid from the Twilight movies, wasn't he?
No, James Patterson's an author.
From the book sold and the film adaptation to The President is Missing.
Yeah, that's right.
Coldplay, $88 million, but they have to divide it up again. Howard Stern, $80 to $90 million. He didn't have to divide up with anybody. He just has to give Robin a Christmas present. The Weeknd, $92 million. They have to divide it up. Cristiano Ronaldo, $93 million. Who do you think is the #1 most streamed artist in the world?
I would say Taylor Swift.
Not Taylor Swift. And he won but 2 world tours in a single year and endorsement deals. Made $94 million this year.
Great.
Can you
Drake.
imagine?
He's huge. He's
That's huge,
Yeah.
Drake. And remember, I think at one time we were talking about him for the charity, and we were like, I don't know if anybody would relate to him. Yeah, I think they do. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter made $95 million. She used to sleep in her car and write books.
Yep.
Beyonce, $105 million from her Formation tour and her streaming title. We need to start the streaming thing. They're making a lot of money on it. I can sing. How do we string it up?
No, you stream when you release something like on iTunes, and you play it through their music platform. That's considered streaming.
It has to be iTunes.
No, you can do it on Spotify. You can do whatever, but you have to have a record.
We got to start a streaming
Jay-Z
section.
has his own platform.
I'm
you
going
have to have a.
I'm going to start a streaming thing. We'll sing
Jay-Z
about
has
those.
Yeah.
Sean Combs, $130 million last year from the Bad Boy Family Reunion tour, his clothing line, and his vodka. And remember, money doesn't buy happiness. It only buys cars, houses, gold shoes, and yachts full of beautiful women. According to him. I mean, this dog's going to get fat, but I've got to shut him up. In other celebrity news, Eva Longoria is pregnant at 42 with her first child with her husband. It's supposed to be going to be a boy. So for her. Marquise, however you say it. I have one of her dresses, and I don't know, I think I gave it away or something. I don't remember that blue one that I wore at the first reunion. she's returning to the runway at the New York Fashion Week. Georgina Chapman, that's Harvey Weinstein, soon to be ex-wife. She is beautiful.
Yeah.
And they do have 2 kids together. Oh my God, just pray she got a sperm donor and he doesn't look like Harvey. I mean, her kids, I hope they look like her.
my God.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I heard they had like an ironclad prenup, and she gets $12 million because she stayed with him 10 years.
Well, guess what? I know how she can get more.
Call Roy.
Write a book! Write a book! He'll pay you to shut up.
Well, that was part of the prenup. They're not allowed to discuss.
She'll break that.
They're not allowed to
prenup.
air their dirty laundry.
She'll figure it out. There's another way.
She'll make more money off the book.
LeBron James wears equality shoes and criticizes Trump. I love this. Cleveland, LeBron, he used to live here. Look, he wears equality shoes, the white one and the black one.
Right.
And then apparently he wasn't scoring as well as he usually did, so he took them off at halftime. That shows you where his loyalty lies.
So people are saying hi and more happy holidays, and they also see Anna Tempesta said she's going to be in Florida and she hopes to see you. And everybody loves your scarf or your shawl today. They want to know who made it. And
this is Alexander McQueen, and this Jason gave me for Christmas is my little thing. But this scarf I notice is a little bit thin, so I have to tie it to keep it on. But how fabulous is this? And does anybody like my LeahBlack.com?
Oh, listen.
Can you see it?
You look beautiful.
This is sad news. 2 dogs each weighed more than 100 pounds. They were pit bulls. The owner, Bethany, took the dogs out for a walk, and the dogs mauled her and killed her.
No, that's not true.
no.
They said today, no, that the sign said that the dogs she died of another circumstance. They just got the autopsy, and they did eat her.
They ate her
After she
died.
died.
After she died. They weren't responsible,
Oh, God.
apparently.
So the dogs didn't
She
tell
had
her she
heart
died from
something.
something, and then they ate her.
And then they did it.
Oh, my God.
It's horrible.
It's just
Oh,
horrible.
my God.
Here's another horrible one. A Vermont man who doused his wife in lye, resulting in face transplant, dies. So he was in prison. He doused his wife in lye, and she got a face transplant. And here's what her face looked like after the transplant.
Oh, but
And I'm sure she had hundreds of surgeries.
That's horrible.
What is wrong
Horrible.
with you? You want down? I don't know what's wrong with him today. I don't know. He's just all wound up over
Del
nothing.
Terry got the necklace that she bought a few weeks ago that was behind
she
you.
did?
She
She
says
loved
it's
it.
beautiful. Thank you. To die for
Fabulous.
it.
Oh, our jewelry's fabulous on LeahBlack.com.
Oh.
Thank you for buying that. It was pearl and gold. I remember it well.
It's the one of a kind.
So the woman with the face transplant had 38 surgeries within 3 months, and then 17 more surgeries over 5 years, and some of which to restore her sight. She remains legally blind and scars all over her body. Because of the scar tissue in her mouth, she was unable to control her lips and had problems drooling. In addition, the scars on her neck made it difficult for her to turn her head and lift her chin. The tightness of the scars left her in pain.
Horrible.
So she had this face transplant. She was giving thanks to the family that gave her the face because her husband doused her in lye. I mean, what's wrong with him? And he died in prison. You know, they should have just let him. You know what? Sometimes I think an eye for an eye. They should have just doused him in lye. I mean, that's just terrible. Poor thing. Oh my God. Ah! Roy's going to go, don't ever complain, it could be worse. Yeah, I love this. This is just hilarious because we talk about it all the time. About how Miami, everyone's like a fair weather friend. Everyone reinvents who they were. You never know who anybody really is. They come in here with these stories of, oh, I was educated at Oxford, you know, or they have some history that they've created, and they on and on and on. So we have a guest, and the dog's going to go crazy. So Miami came in as dead last in a nationwide survey of people that just don't care. Caring means having intimate and human connections with others. Reads the article accompanying the results of the Finance Advice website. It can be expressed in a multiple ways, from helping an elderly person cross the street to fighting a house fire. But certain parts of America put into practice more than others. Apparently, Miami is the #1 worst caring city in the world. Oh my God, pathetic 94.
We were like at the bottom, but we weren't the worst, were we? It was like 98,
94,
98
yeah.
or something. It was
Oh
horrible.
my God, that's unbelievable. New York was not that has a reputation for becoming rude. Came in at 21.
I know, they came in high.
And Orlando lingers at 80. Well, we weren't there. Everyone was nice to us. I think that's just hilarious. So Laredo, Texas is the worst.
Yeah, Laredo is the worst.
Well, they're probably all mad because they're wanting to build that wall and deport them. I'd be angry too. Apparently the city that houses the happiest people on earth, Disney World, is full of people that don't give a hoot. Okay. Here's a family in need if you guys want to help. Search Jessica Peterson, a single mom of a special needs child, needs this help as soon as possible. She lost her job in September, and then in October her home was burglarized, and then she lost, oh my gosh, she lost a job and everything else, and she can't pay her rent or her bills. And so she's got an eviction notice, and her kid's a special needs child, and it's a very dire situation. So she's going, any amount will help. $10, $20, $5, whatever will help. We'll post it too, but it's Jessica Peterson. She's from Minnesota.
On GoFundMe.
So many sad people, GoFundMe, yeah. So many sad stories. Now this is one I just couldn't believe. This is some guy's feet that they took on the street. That's just unbelievable.
Oh,
and they're
was
like,
it
would you
Sasquatch?
kiss his feet for $1 million?
Oh my God.
I don't know, but to be honest with you, for $1 million, I'd figure out a way.
Might.
I'd figure out a way. I'd put a bunch of stuff on
I'd close my eyes and dream of Versace.
Just put a bunch of stuff on your lips and you go like that for $1 million. I figured a way. Auction. Okay, a complete mammoth skeleton was displayed in Lyon, France, and it went for $645,000. I'm surprised it didn't go for more. It's a 10-foot skeleton of which all original 80 bones remain. So this is a mammoth skeleton of 10,000 years ago. It only went for $645,000.
Wow.
I would have thought it would have gone for a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, that one.
A 1,000-year-old relic with every bone intact.
Like the one they have at the Faine.
Like
It's like over. It's like an $18 million installation or something, isn't it?
Didn't they cover that one in gold though?
Yeah, it is covered in gold. It's a famous artist.
Oh, Michael Catani. You know, I'm on Twitter all the time. Leah Black Miami on Twitter. Well, I love Twitter, and this one I love. This guy tweets out that what makes a civilized person? They're candid and fear lies like the plague. They don't like lies, and they're candid. I like that. They don't throw temper tantrums. Their compassion extends beyond beggars and cats. They pay their debts, and they don't say that no one understands me. They're not preoccupied by vain things. I like that. All right, so we're going to wrap up by telling you guys, don't forget our patreon.com, that's Patreon, and sign up. You'll get all the political rants and all the current gossip that people don't want to hear about on this show because they don't. Some of these people we're talking to right now that we just love dearly don't love our politics. VIP access, we have a pass on there for that. And 2018 is going to be a big year for our Patreon subscribers. Our suggested account, oh yeah, you got to get on Julie Goldman. Heather McDonald's got a good one. I just went on that one. Watch What Crappens has a great one. And then, of course, I have a great one. Leah Black. We just taped 2 episodes this morning. Weren't they fabulous? Don't forget, if you're in the UK, you can get our products at leahblack.co.uk. And it's the holidays there, so now's the time to do it. And the final day for guaranteed delivery for Christmas is today. Get a free cosmetic bag as a gift with any purchase over $75. You have a great cosmetic bag. And remember the skincare kits, 10 masks and a facials. You should get this one. Yep. That's our most popular one. Is that it's deluxe because it comes with the creams that come with it. And then the facial kit is by far most.
And you've got a lot of comments on here of people saying how much the facial kit's amazing. We've got Beth Feldman said it's awesome. Stacey says it's awesome. Fran Boris says it's amazing. So everyone's talking about how great the facial lift kit is.
It really works. And once people start on it, they don't stop. I've been using nothing on my skin except for that since the 80s. It really genuinely tones, firms, tightens, and lifts. If you put it on half your face and test it, in 20 minutes you'll see a big difference on the other side of your face. I will be on Jeff Lewis's radio show on Andy XM Sirius Radio on Friday, December the 29th, talking all the trash with Jeff Lewis. So you don't want to miss that. And I'm going to be on Luxe Life with Candice Bar on iHeartRadio on January the 2nd at 1:30. I'm assuming that's 1:30 Los Angeles time, yes. So that's 4:30 here. Luxe Life with Candice Bar, iHeartRadio. I'm going to do that while I'm in LA, and then I'll see Jeff on that Friday the 29th and her on January 2nd. So you don't want to miss Jeff Lewis and me and Gage. I mean, how much fun are we? My quote of the week And then we'll wrap up because I know you guys have stuff to shop. You got to go shopping. If you're in Alabama, keep your eyes open for Roy Moore. He might be at the mall shopping. Quote of the week. Character is that which is left after the enthusiasm is gone.
That's so true.
Okay, my guys. Talk to you soon.
We'll be
See you
back
next
January.
Wednesday.
Nope.
Oh, no. We won't be here until
This is
January the 10th. Wednesday, January 10th.
2018.
Okay, we'll be 2018. Oh, my God. You can only imagine the gossip and the stories I'll have from LA. I'll be posting from LA on my Facebook and Instagram the whole time. I'll be hanging out with Julie and Brandy from The People's Couch, and Heather McDonald and Jeff Lewis and Kelly Dodd and maybe Lisa Rinna. I'll be hanging out with all the fun people. Brendan from ET and Ronnie from Watch What Crappens. I mean, that's our running crowd right there, and a few more others. Janice Dickinson. I mean, we've got a very fun, crazy crowd in LA that we hang out with. All right, guys, I'll talk to you after the first of the year. Go back and watch all the YouTube channels from the year and catch up so you're ready for me in January. Don't forget Patreon.com.